Did the U.S. military cover up a continuing saucer program based on captured Nazi technology? And if so, could the U.S. government keep it secret to this day?
It would never surprise me at all if a program back in the 1950s or the 1960s was still so secret that its existence wasn't even hinted at.
If the Air Force did continue their saucer program, there is a place they could hide it. Groom Lake in the Nevada desert, also known as Area 51. The U.S. Air Force's legendary testing range for top-secret aviation prototypes. Covering over 2,000 square miles, it's remote, desolate, and very well protected.
If you get too near Area 51, you're going to see signs, and at the bottom they say in red, these very ominous words, use of deadly force authorized.
Bill Sweetman knows Area 51. As a former aviation journalist for Jane's Defense magazine, he spent his life investigating black projects. These projects are funded by Congress, but the Department of Defense does not acknowledge their existence.
What that means is that the existence of the program itself is a secret. Its function, its purpose, its existence itself is not disclosed. Conservative estimate is that across the services and the intelligence community, we're looking at least $40 to $45 billion per year.
The secrecy surrounding Area 51 and the restrictions on employees maintain a wall of silence.
People who work in those programs are genuinely fearful that if they do become indiscreet, that they will be looking at a very long period of jail time at the very best.
Fear by silence. In 1975, work begins on the Super Black Stealth program, the development of fighters invisible to enemy radar. The project management is run out of a secure facility at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Test flying is carried out at night.
Even the commander of Wright-Patterson didn't know what was going on.
For 13 years, the project was kept secret until 1988, when the world got its first look at the incredible F-117. Then came the blackest project of them all, the Northrop B-2 stealth bomber. Jack Northrop had long been fascinated with the idea of a flying wing, realizing the best way to reduce drag was to remove the tail and fuselage. Nazi engineers had proved it was possible in a jet with the Horton H-9.
There was actually one example of that aircraft which never flew but survived and was captured by the U.S., and it was stored at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
When the B-2 bomber was first revealed to the public in 1988, it bore a striking resemblance to the German H-9 flying wing and Kenneth Arnold's famous UFO sighting. Were they all part of a 50-year design process? A design process that resulted in man-made craft the public could easily mistake for UFOs? What's certain is that if these experimental craft were seen or crashed, you'd need to disinform the public immediately. That meant telling people that they weren't seeing top-secret U.S. planes. That meant suggesting these sightings were extraterrestrial, alien, from another planet.
The Air Force consciously manipulated the UFO myth in order to provide cover for the black programs that it was developing.
In 1997, the CIA admitted an active involvement in UFO disinformation.
Every time you start talking about Area 51, somebody starts talking about UFOs and small grey aliens. If that is indeed the result of a deliberate disinformation attempt, I would love to meet the person responsible and shake his hand, because it was a really, really good one.
So what is happening at Area 51? It still employs thousands of people. even though the last known aircraft tested there, Tacit Blue, was greenlit in 1976.
So we have 25, 30 years of black programs, hundreds of billions of dollars that we know nothing about.
The Horton H-9, Stealth, the F-117, the B-2. The U.S. military has successfully hidden its top-secret projects, including any evidence of flying saucers. But what about other countries, other sightings? Is there an explanation for the incredible UFO reports outside of the United States? An explanation that may also lead to Nazi engineers? Of all the conspiracies surrounding Nazi UFOs, the most controversial is the idea that some Nazis escaped the fall of Germany along with advanced saucer prototypes. Evidence clearly shows that a number of prominent SS officers did escape the Allies and went underground.
In extreme southern Latin America, particularly Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, there are to this day huge German reservations.
One man who never surfaced again was General Hans Kammler, the head of Germany's World War II secret weapons program. If anyone knew the truth about saucer technology, it was him. On April 17, 1945, Kammler sent his last telegram. In it, he refuses a request from the head of the SS, Heinrich Himmler, for a Junkers truck. Why would Himmler want a truck? Why would Kammler turn his boss down? Some experts believe truck was the code name for the massive six-engined Ju-390, a plane capable of flying 6,000 miles non-stop. Only two were built, and Kammler had one. After the war, his Ju-390 was never found. Did Kammler use this massive transporter to escape? If he did, where was he going, and what was he taking? In 1945, a sudden surge of UFO sightings occurred in South America. Had the Nazi engineers found a new base?
There were thousands of sightings in the years immediately following the war, much more so than in North America, which indicates the possibility that the Nazis flew to South America and continued operating their craft from their bases there.
The president of Argentina, Juan Perón, approved 1,000 passports for Nazi scientists and engineers. War criminals Klaus Barbie and Adolf Eichmann were both traced to South America. Reimer Horton, Nazi flying wing pioneer, moved to Argentina in 1948. Ever since, the trail of UFO sightings has grown throughout South America, just as it has in the United States.